everybody and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the most important and impressive artists working and recording today. Of course I'm talking about Nick Cave, and what Nick Cave is doing is very impressive because all through his career he keeps on expanding his territory and delving into new places and new mindsets, and he remains a way of intimacy in his work, and fragility and sometimes power. It is incredibly impressive, his whole body of work, and choosing 5 best albums it's undoable. I could easily do another video. Nevertheless, let's start with the number 5. And the number 5 is actually the first Nick Cave record I ever listened to. It's Tender Prey. He made this in 1987 or 1988? No, 1987. And this album is incredible. It has a raw energy which you just won't believe. When you put this on, the first song you'll hear is The Mercy Seat, which was later covered by Johnny Cash. The Mercy Seat is an example of the most incredible writing. It has a repetition in it, and it tells a story of somebody waiting for the electric chair. And the paranoia in both the writing, in the lyrics, in the symbols he finds, because there are some Christian symbols in what he sees and how he sees himself, the main character. It is of the utmost creativity. It delves into a psychic world, an inside world, which is mind-blowingly good written, and it's so dark, it's so edgy. And after that song, you think you can't top it, and who can top The Mercy Seat? I mean, that's one of the best songs from the 80s. But I mean, he puts on Up Jump the Devil, which is also this brilliant song, and the tone is sad. This record is dark. It tells of murderous minds, and nobody can write songs about murderous minds like Nick Cave can. Tender Prey. On number 4, a record which I think would even be more intimate, Larvin. Now, this record has an atmosphere. In the 70s, David Bowie, on a certain moment, he was, he was lost in his own success, in his own world. He was completely lost, and he made a record called A Lad Insane, and this photograph is actually a spoof on that. And this is the answer of a heroin junkie to A Lad Insane. And to top that, the title of it, about somebody lost with a heroin addiction, is like Larvin. Well, I mean, the pure poetry in just even the front cover and its title and what it reflects of the record. I mean, it's hard to add anything to that, and that is what this record contains. Also, this record has a red right hand. Anybody who has listened to or seen the Peaky Blinders series knows Red Right Hand, but it's a bloody good song, It's a bloody good song. This is a brilliant record. The number 3. I think I'm gonna get some comments on this. It's Idiot Prayer. Now, what is Idiot Prayer? Idiot Prayer is a live album Nick Cave recorded a year ago. It's just himself in a studio with a piano playing his own song. So I said live record. It might have been a live recording, but there's of course no audience, because this is a lockdown album. Now, there have been loads of lockdown albums, but in lockdown there is one artist from whom we needed a lockdown album, and that is Nick Cave. Now, anybody who says if you choose a live album, why not choose one with the bad seats? Because the energy of these live gigs, it's just so brilliant. And you're right. I can't put any arguments against that other than that this record is beautifully brilliant. It's so intimate in its sound. This to me is the sound of lockdown. and that's what Nick Cave captured, and that's also the feeling and the emotion he put into this. It's 2 records, 2 pieces of vinyl that just keeps on telling stories. It keeps on telling stories. It's beautiful. But nevertheless, anybody who says the KCRW show should have been in this list, or the Royal Albert Hall show should have been in this list, yeah, they're right as well. But you can't. It's impossible to choose in the world of Nick Cave. The number 2. Oh, I really love this one as well. Of course, it's in my top 5. Murder Ballads. And Murder Ballads. Oh my god. This record, first of all, it sounds awesome. It has the sound of the record and the warmth of this. I mean, it's reflected in this picture. How can you make this idyllic, almost Christmas-like cover with a title called Murder Ballads? And it's between that tension, things sounding warm and intimate, in which the ambiguity of Nick Cave lies. I mean, this man is a brilliant storyteller, just as, well, for example, the big hit of this record, Where the Wild Roses Grow. It's a love song and a murder song. And the connection between love and murder, I mean, someone like Alfred Hitchcock, no, it was actually Alfred Hitchcock who said, film your love scenes like murder scenes and your murder scenes like love scenes. Well, Nick Cave sings his love songs like murder songs and his murder songs like love songs, and they mix and intertwine, and that is amazing song crafting. And there are more songs of that level on here. I mean, Stagger Lee, Henry Lee as well, and a very nice cover of Bob Dylan's Death Is Not the End. This is one of the records to own. It's amazing. It's truly, truly jaw-dropping amazing. Now, the number 1 Nick Cave record. It's an undoable list. But the one I love the most, it's this one. This is also the one, I believe this was my second Nick Cave album. It's Push the Sky Away, of course. And when this came out, something happened. I mean, there was a feeling of amazement in the air when this record came out. So I started listening to it with the idea that, well, everybody's talking about it. I see this record in all the record stores. What's it all about? And it was a sound that, although I had listened to Tender Prey, this was new to me. This was so atmospherical. The influence of Warren Ellis is so audible in this record. He's there, of course. I mean, you hear Warren Ellis. And there are so many good songs. While this record was released, there was also a film released, 20,000 Days on Earth. And that kind of also sets the mood. But when I look at this list, I mean, Jubilee Street, the melody, bum 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 ba da da dum, bum ba da 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 dum, bum bum. Mermaids, the Higgs Bosom Blues, Push the Sky Away. These are amongst the best songs written in the 10 years. How do you say that? I mean, you all say 70s, 80s of the last decennium. So incredibly well crafted. The lyrics are brilliant. The melodies are out there. And it remains this almost hypnotic sense of atmosphere, but with great melody. Push the Sky Away should be in every record collector's collection. It's pure brilliance. Well, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and see you at the next video.